It is a very beautiful morning at this off-grid farmhouse. The sun is just coming up. It is a very lovely view. I'd want to see this for the rest of my life. The solar panels are also happy about the sun, and they are aptly absorbing the sunlight as much as they can. So this is an off-grid home deep in Nyanza in Kenya. And apart from tapping their own energy, this home is also very self-sufficient in terms of organic production of food and tapping on rainfall or rainwater. So welcome so much to this channel. Thank you for being a loyal viewer, and I'd like to take you to the back of this house so that we can... Oh, look at the sun. The sun is still up there and very visible and lovely. Oh, if you want to see such kind of views, you only need to wake up very early in the morning or late at night. So these are the solar panels that I'm talking about. They're actually equally happy with the sun. And later in a different edition, I'll be able to show you how this home fully functions with solar energy. So this is the unit, but I'll tackle it in a different edition. So let me take you around the house so that you see the back house. It is made out of Mabati, but the foundation was dug down like you do for a permanent house. So this orange section that you see at the corner is the washroom area, and I'll also do a different edition for that one so that the video is not too long. It is a very wonderful modern washroom area. So that section is made of concrete. A very beautiful home. I think this is what most of us envision for our retirement homes, but some people are lucky, like the owner of this home. She's actually living her dream even before her retirement. So this is a very beautiful scene early morning before work ensues in the interior of this house. So this front section that you see in front of the house is meant for an extension that will be a resting area. So right inside, this is what is happening. We actually have the fundis ongoing with the interior works. And Josphat is a very gifted gypsum specialist. He does very wonderful gypsum interiors. I'll give you his number in the description box so that in case you have such needs, you may feel free to contact him. So he's also very generous with information. Actually, if you're someone who never understood gypsum like myself before, then you better stick here, because this is what Josphat is trying to explain to me. He's even improvising some of the items. You know, sometimes your pocket is not very friendly, you know. Sometimes you want to do such kind of things, and you cannot afford to buy the very materials that you need. So this is what he's trying to explain to me here. You can improvise some of the channels that are used to fix gypsum. I've also had an opportunity to see exactly how it is done, because previously I've always wondered what is gypsum. Now I've had a very perfect opportunity to understand the kind of materials that are usually used. And what I can tell you for free, if someone gives you a quotation for gypsum interiors, and he's someone who's been vetted and you feel like their work is going to be perfect, then the quotation usually is fairly high, but the kind of work that I've seen these people do is just commendable. This is something that you'd want to pay just what the fundi says. So see, they're putting the gypsum board right away, and it entails a lot of manpower. So given that there are just two of them, they have to really help each other. Then a lot of improvisation and measurements is also included in this process, as you can see, because most of the time our clients want very beautiful patterns for the gypsum boards. This means that you have to really take very accurate measurements and make sure that the pattern that the host wants is exactly what comes out. So what you see on your screen right now is just intricate measurement taking, so that they can finally put up the pattern. So this is the master bedroom that we are working on today, and I'm going to give you the final reveal, because what is going to come out of this room is just unbelievable. You better stick around so that you get to see the second edition after this, part 2 of the interior making of a shack. Some people call such kind of houses shacks. And the kind of mabati that has been used for this house is the box type. So you noticed while I was walking around the house, the box type of mabati is what has been used from the foundation. So there was a foundation done, and then they did two courses of stone. So there's been questions about what if termites can attack this house. It will put the owner at a great loss. So termites is out of question because there was compaction after the foundation was done using maram, and then about 2 feet of stones lifted off the level of the ground. So as far as termites is concerned, there's just very minimal risk. Something else that I need to mention about during making the foundation of this house is that it was mixed with some of the termite repellent insecticides. So you can consider things like Terminator if you want to do such kind of a house. So at this point you notice that they are fixing the gypsum pieces so that the enough, this side is where the lighting system is usually done. If you've seen such kind of houses, you realize that there is a space in between those two boards. So that is where they are drilling, and of course eventually when the electrician comes to play his part, then he'll have that working space that has been left in between the gypsum boards. So this work entails a lot of measurements, cutting, fixing, putting them back down. It is just back and forth like that, but I'm finding it very interesting because I get to see how these things are actually done. I've previously showcased a house where chipboards were used for the interior of a mabati house, but in this case you see that gypsum has even better advantages because gypsum is fire resistant. In case of a fire, there is very high chance that it will not be sustained for too long. Aside from that, this house is already very cool. This particular room that they are working on is very cool, so you will not even notice that you are in a mabati house for that matter. Well, enough of the construction activities on the interior. I'd like to take a short trip on the outside so that we see what else is happening in this home. So being an off-grid farm, I told you they produce their own, and at this point this is the maize that has been harvested from the shamba. Earlier on I took a trip to the shamba and this is what I found. Very healthy maize stalks that were still standing at the farm. These ones now are remaining here because they'll be used as humus or fertilizer for the next season. So they're just allowed to stay and rot. So this is just part of the produce that was gotten from the shamba, and they are looking very healthy and lovely. They are being aired today. The water catchment system is also very impressive. I'll also create another edition for that, and those are enough reasons for you to stick here so that you get to see everything exhaustively about this home. So while taking my trip outside, I've come across the previous gypsum cornices that had been used, and these are the fake type. So when you are asking for gypsum cornices, you better ask for the ones that have been made from fiber. That is what I've learned today. So you don't ask for the ones that have been made out of unga, because those are the kind of junk that we've just seen beside the house. So let us take a final trip to the back of the house so that you get to see the 2-layered course of stone that I was talking about, the brown section below the mabati. is what I was telling you. That is the foundation that has been used to hoist up the house. And then of course you see the window fittings and the ceiling. On the exterior we still have the PVC ceiling, but I think that will be acted on sequentially. So just take a close look at this and see how it has been done. Then we walk around the house towards the front section, and this is where we started from. Looks like the fundis have really done their thing, and you notice that the pattern has now been completely sealed. It now awaits what we call skimming, then sandpaper, and finally they'll be able to paint it off so that this room will be done with. At that point the electrician will come in and then he'll do the electrical connections. I've also noticed that the kind of doors that have been installed in this house are very high quality and really looking very lovely. The color is also a gentle brown that is looking very attractive. I cannot wait to unveil the final outcome of this house when all the interiors are done and such kind of pending issues have been attended to. So that is the door, and this is what has been constantly used for the rest of the house. The floor is fully tiled, but a bit of grouting that is still remaining, which will be done probably by the time I showcase the next video. You will see how the floor has been done, and I'll also show you progress on how far the wall has gone. So this is more than enough reasons for you to stay here, and if you find value in any of the additions that I put here, please give me a thumbs up. You can check out the previous videos that I've done on alternative housing and also give me a thumbs up. Then feel free to share these videos with your friends and family members so that they get moving. Finally, I'd like to thank you for staying here and remaining loyal to this edition. I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers and I owe it all to you, my viewers. Until the next edition, bye.